My name is Melinda. I'm Jaylon's mom.
My name is Francis Fong. I'm Jaylon's dad.
Hi, my name is Jaylon and I'm 15 years old.
My name is Bobby Hansen. I'm friends with the Fongs, and I was Jaylon's ex-baseball coach.
I first noticed something was wrong with Jaylon was when he just had a low-grade fever for 2 weeks, and it just wouldn't go away. And he was 8 years old at the time. Jay's doctor called and said that there was something wrong with his blood tests.
When I first heard the word cancer, honestly, I was in shock. I was in denial. I said, you know, this can't be right. We need to go ahead and get a first opinion, a second opinion, a third opinion.
The official diagnosis was leukemia. And the type that he had was ALL, which is acute lymphoblastic leukemia.
You'll never forget as a mother hearing that one of your children is sick and how you're going to get through it and what's going to happen to him. The City of Hope has really been a second family to me, to Jaylon, to the entire family. They have just great patient care. You know, when you're dealing with somebody, a family that has been given this information about your child has cancer, you want to be very sympathetic and empathetic to their needs, and that's what the hospital did. They didn't sugarcoat anything, which I do appreciate, you know, because when you have a child that's sick, you want to know, hey, what is the prognosis? What do we have to expect? The treatment and that Jaylon got every time he was there, it was like he never, I don't want to say he didn't want to go home, you know, but they paid so much attention to him. Every time he was there, they always made sure that the kids had a gift, a blanket, a present, something that, you know, they can forget that they're there for spinal treatment or chemo.
And they're not just treating Jaylon, they're treating our entire family, which is something we really appreciate. The one moment that really showed how strong Jaylon was when we told him he relapsed. I remember we're in the room and I told him, Jay, you gotta do this all over again. And he looked at me and said, yeah, you know, I have baseball practice tonight. Because that was right in the middle of his all-star season. And he's like, all right, you know, let's get going with this.
And you see how strong he is, honestly, that none of this ever fazed him. You know, he never complained once about anything. He never complained about any pain or about getting poked or radiation, spinal taps, bone marrow procedures. I think that was the hardest part, is being in that room and actually watching the procedure. I would hate for anybody to have to go through this, but I'm glad that it's done. We can finally move on. He's a strong kid. I love him. I love the rest of my kids because honestly, they really helped him get through all this.
For a child to go through treatment like cancer, there's no frame of reference. So we use baseball a lot as his frame of reference. You know, when they played the game of baseball and they struck out, there wasn't really much as a parent you can do to go out in the field to help them. You can't shield them. Just like with cancer, that's what it is. You're watching your child out there trying to hit a ball or strike somebody out, and you're not involved in it at all, other than sitting in the stands cheering for them. You know, I tell Jaylon all the time, he's on the best team ever, Team City of Hope.
Playing baseball was like cancer because you had to take each day, just like an inning, one pitch at a time, one dose at a time, and you have to make adjustments just like you have to do in baseball to keep hope with the treatment. And another thing is to never give up, just like you never give up in a baseball game.
It was his first real game that I had been to since he's been back. And Jay came up in the first at-bat that he had, base hit up the middle. And it was pretty cool. Francis and I looked at each other and said, he's back. So it was worth it.
And so I just waited for that day where I would be able to get back on the field, and now I made it onto the freshman team at high school, and that was really something for me. Yeah, it's a big relief because now I can focus on the baseball and doing everything that I used to do at the same speed I used to do, not having anything to hold me back. It's a big relief.
This is our place in the human race, and we won't stop dreaming. No, we won't stop. stop.